We're here at Porta Tapas in Chapel Street in Salford, and I'm here with the founders, Ben and Joe, the brothers. Because you've been here a couple of years now, is it your second birthday?
Yeah, not quite, really late this year, but yeah.
But this is your third Porta.
It is, yeah.
But it started off as a bit of a side business, is that right?
Yeah, it is. We opened in, the first Porta was next door to our restaurant, Joseph Benjamin in Chester. And yeah, so we opened Porta in 2012 in Chester, in literally a little tiny space that we used to use as a deli. And we were just trying to find a cool use for the building.
Originally, you wanted somewhere for you and your chefs and your friends to hang out.
Yeah, at the time there just wasn't an awful lot of normal bars. There was 2 or 3 really good ones, but most of the places in Chester were sort of fancy cocktail bars and stuff like that. We just wanted somewhere nice and chilled that we can go for a drink and get a bit of food at the same time.
But why Spain? Why Spanish food?
The actual offer of what we've done has kind of evolved. So that day one idea that we had was to open somewhere that you could chill out with a beer and a decent glass of wine or a sherry or a vermouth or whatever it was. In 2010, that didn't exist, and almost the food kind of just evolved from there. So originally, on day one, we weren't as dedicated to Spanish. We were a bit more generally sort of Iberian, bit of Portuguese stuff flying around, various different things, and we weren't trying to be too strict on it.
You can either just literally have a drink and some salted almonds. There's no commitment for you to stay. It's all very, you have kind of quite a relaxed attitude.
Everything. So you can come in before you go somewhere else for dinner if you want, or you can come in for a quick snack on your way home from work, or stay the whole night, eat the whole menu and drink a couple of bottles of wine.
Bar concept is closer to an English pub than to a restaurant. Yeah. It's that informality and sociability.
It's more the social side where you're chatting and sharing the food.
And you can't book at Porta, so it's basically walk in, find a space.
It's always, people don't mind waiting as long as they get a drink while they're waiting. So.
This one here in Chapel Street, which is so near to Manchester, but I think maybe the mentality is at Salford but it takes 10 minutes to walk from Spinning-Fields down here. So, and you're in this beautiful building, which was what, a bank?
Old Midland Bank. We've always looked for interesting architecture.
It's what it suits. Yeah. It doesn't really suit that main high street location. It's more of a sort of slightly out of town kind of feel.
And community.
Yeah.
There's a community here. There's a community at Altrincham. There's a community in Chester, where you know the people and you get the regular customers.
For people that may not have been to Porta before, should we just talk about what they can expect when they come here? Tell me a bit more about the drinks.
What we kind of want to do with Porta was what fundamentally do people want to come in for? They want a really good glass of wine. You want to keep it cheap, affordable, fun, and just make it our job to find stuff that's really, really good value. But that way, your staff can know more inside out, we can know them inside out, and actually introduce people to something interesting.
And is that the same with the food?
Yeah, very much. We try and keep the menu really short. It's kind of a list. The majority of it is a list of basically what you would get in every good tapas bar in Spain. It's just focusing on sort of where we get stuff from, making sure we're getting really good quality ingredients and trying not to do too much with them.
Yeah. So, you do beautiful char-grilled tender broccoli dish with a really good romesco sauce, and I remember ordering 2 of those because you just think, I just need a bit more. So simple, but also just good examples. And then you've got kind of blue picos cheese with just beautiful, is it
caramelised walnuts and sultanas
and honey, and it's just one of those picky things. And then you always have some really nice, interesting specials on, don't you?
So specials tend to be driven by, especially in Altrincham, we've got the market opposite us, so that tends to drive specials there. So we'll have a fairly good relationship with whether it's the local fishmongers or whatever it is to say, okay, it's the same concept as it would be in Europe or wherever else.
And there's never any pressure from the staff to commit to staying to have standard 3 courses. Stay, have a drink like you would in a pub. If you want another one, that's fine.
No big deal.
And that's what's really great about your place.
It's got to be, because it just you're making people totally relax about it and say, look, you are very, very, very welcome to come and just have a glass of wine. That's fine, no big deal. And if you turn into eating the whole menu, that's fine as well. Like
But the best way to do it as well is just order 2 or 3 dishes with one drink, and then have another drink with another 2 or 3 dishes, and just keep figuring out what you need and how much you want.
Brilliant. Okay, well, cheers.
cheers. Thanks for coming.
Cheers.